to Sandra, who I'm going to have introduce herself.
Hello.
Tell us your name and what you do.
I'm Sandra Pavalon, and I am an artist/animator here at City State Entertainment.
What did you work on before you joined us at City State?
I used to be a government contractor, like animator, concept artist thing. I used to do safety videos for like construction accidents.
You animated the accidents?
Yep.
When this happened.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, this is what happened when Susie didn't use her harness when working on a bridge. So, I mean, I guess it's up my alley of like dark kind of stuff, but
I'm afraid to ask any further questions regarding that. How did you root now? So how did you get into gaming from that?
Pretty much, I was just checking my email one day and I saw a email from Anna, who was our, I guess, receptionist at the time, and she told me about this awesome game studio in Fairfax and how they were looking for artists. So naturally I jumped on it. Like, yes!
When you first came in, what was the first project you were working on?
That was March on Oz, and it was the iPad game. I guess that's in the App Store now. So
yes. So, what was it like going from, safety animations into gaming? What kind of transition was that as far as a learning curve for you?
It was awesome. Like, definitely different from, obviously the safety videos. Like, here we definitely had a lot more freedom. Like, really cool. Like, Mark is real good with just being like, take this, now go, be free, and be creative. While, back at, just doing government kind of stuff, it was like things had to be a specific way, and, the bridge platforms have to be this metric height, or, very specific. So coming here was definitely like, oh.
You can practice all the ways you hurt your characters when you did safety videos for the characters of March on Oz.
Yeah.
How would you define concept artist?
Definitely, world creators, or, in our own right. Like, I always like to say, we play God, just because, we help create this world and, the characters and things that are in it, so it's like, cool.
Well, you are essentially forming an idea from pretty much nothing, and you're inventing that. So how do you go about inventing that from nothing?
It's a pretty cool process. What I like to do is, get lots and lots of reference, like as much reference as possible. Like, Mark can come up and say, like, for example, maybe the cat Sith. He'd be like, we want a race of cats. So what I will do is look up every single cat species that I can find.
That's a lot of species.
Yes. But, find things that look cool, what makes this cat species more unique than this one, and, like, mixing and matching certain traits and, fur patterns, and just, and I'll stem off from that. It's like, what kind of patterns can be on cat fur, or, it's a really neat process, and I love kind of like the beforehand stage, so.
I saw you drawing I guess in a different layer over top of things that exist. You're doing triangles of different colors and things like that. What does that mean? What is that for?
Oh, that's kind of like when our modeler Mike, he'll send us some stuff back. And, there'll be like one or two things that are, just like, right now I'm working on fur, and he has cards, like we're playing around with cards that are sticking out like this, and it's kind of like, I look at it and it's like, well, maybe they could be like this. So, I just make a note of that, draw it on top of whatever he sent, and then just kind of guide him and send it back, and he can do his magic on it, so.
You've talked about using references for cats and that race, but do you ever do, I guess, research for people that exist currently when you're doing characters? Do you base things on them? I mean, there's a popular theory that Ariel's based on Alyssa Milano and, things like that. Do you use references for real people when you do things?
Yeah, every now and then. I mean, not like famous people, but definitely like the Lucre Pan. We wanted a very like mischievous, kind of almost like maybe pirate, thief, rogue kind of thing, and but at the same time keeping that fairy element to it. So I would look up like that guy Brian Froud. He did like a Labyrinth, Jim Henson kind of stuff, like just to see what kind of features he puts in those characters, like like the puck, like the thin, slick eyes, or like the way he shapes the face, and at the same time it's like, well, we want him to look mischievous too, so I'll look up like mischievous characters, like I don't know, maybe Peter Pan or like Gremlins, stuff like that, and I'll analyze the features and like try and apply it to the character. So it's like a big puzzle that you put together, and in the end it's like, whoa.
Here's a tricky question. You're doing races that don't exist, completely new, and some that do. How do you deal with gender markers for those? How do you make a character look male or female, and obviously dealing with other parts?
Kind of like what features?
Yeah, like how, I mean, for something that's never existed before, how do you make it look like, a male Kashi?
I like to base a lot of things like off what we see like in nature. In some species, like male creatures will be like super vibrant, or like cat sith, like cats are, the males are usually really big and muscular, so for them for the males I'll add like that big hulking beast kind of thing, and like for say maybe like the Fearbog, their females are like super pretty, like a lot of tropical designs and like saturated colors, while like the males are more like swampy and like a little more swampy.
Camouflage.
Yes. But yeah, that kind of like adds to like what we see in nature. Males will be prettier or muscular, and then like the females maybe less like saturated, or so.
What other side projects do you work on for City State?
I also do some animation, and I also do the icon portraits that we see on the website. So those are real fun to do.
They make me happy. Why is there a reference to dragons when you look at the website in the About Me team section, and there's pictures of you with dragons, the small variety?
Oh, because I myself am a dragon owner. I have bearded dragons, and yep, my babies.
Very cool and appropriate. You can use them for references.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you to Sandra, and always good talking to you.
Yes, nice talking to you and the fans.
Okay.
So.